Love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Yeah.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Yeah.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
There it is.
Woo! Hit
Nice.
it. On it.
On it.
On it, boy.
Mm.
You on it.
Mm.
Why am I so bright?
Oh, tap the face.
I did. I tapped it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to AngelaTheComic Live. I'm your host, AngelaTheComic, and this is our engineer extraordinaire.
Mike Lowe of Mike Lowe Productions. Go follow my shit.
Yes. It is Thursday, October 7th, 2021.
It is.
Yes, Thursday.
Thursday.
And can we... Okay. All right. I'll let you...
I'm sorry.
talk about your new phone. You got 20 seconds.
I mean, it's nothing to mention. I got a new phone.
The Apple
I got that 13 bit
iPhone.
out. I got that 13.
Pro Max.
Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. Pro Max. I got a terabyte of
Terabyte.
storage. There's all types of stuff going on here.
Does it age me if I say Apple iPhone? Like, are the young kids going, hey, I got an iPhone?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm on my phone. New phone, be it.
What are you watching? You're watching so many things right now.
I mean, I'm back on the Woo.
Woo! Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. Saga continues. That episode was on Wednesday. Pretty sweet. I don't want to spoil it, but they're starting to make moves to try to push the first single, the Protect Your Neck joint.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Protect your neck.
That's not how it goes, though.
Protect your neck.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's how your version goes. BMF, episode 2, was on Stars this Sunday.
BMF is so good.
I think I saw it on Monday. It's nice. Not much going on there. Cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Standard. I don't want to give away that because it's a pretty fresh season. But right now, what I'm really on, Locked Up Abroad, Declassified.
Yes. Locked Up Abroad. New phone, who dis? Welcome, everyone. Oh, man. I'm so happy every Thursday.
Can't hear you.
Every Thursday. You can't hear me over the new phone?
It's a pretty sweet camera. Oh, yeah. No, continue. Whatever you were saying. Sure, it was important.
Can I tell you guys? So it had to come in the mail. We didn't get it in the store. So
Yeah.
UPS, we have a locker system here. UPS, I checked, and it said it's out for delivery in the morning. So I was like, oh, I got to check up on this. It's an expensive piece of
Pull up.
hardware. I
Right.
check again. It says delivered. It doesn't just say delivered. It says delivered at residence and checked ID.
Nice.
And I'm like, first of all, no one came to my door because my dogs lose their shit whenever there's someone breathing near my door.
Of course. It's just like this white one's about to do. Little Shanae is starting to act up.
And second of all, whose ID did they check?
Who? Who?
Because I checked my, you get a code to go get your stuff from the locker. I didn't get a code. Do you know I ran? And my dogs knew it was serious because I put on a bra. And I was like, oh. So they were like, oh, my God, what's going on with mommy? She's putting on a bra and pants.
Wow.
Ran to the front office.
You got outside clothes.
The manager was like, you know what? It's here. It's just like you have to wait a little bit for the code. But it's our regular UPS guy. Oh, studio audience is getting rowdy. It's our regular UPS guy. He's really good. You just need to wait for the code. And I'm like, okay, but, Amazon does this sometimes. They'll say delivered, and it's not here, and it'll come the next day.
Nothing.
Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me, man.
I just want to thank you for being on it because
Aw.
it would have been pretty bad if you didn't pick it up on time.
Oh, for me?
No, just in general.
You gonna put us all out there like that? No.
You're working from home. You better pick up that shit.
I
The hell?
ran.
The hell?
I put my Crocs on, or my Adidas Crocs, and I ran.
New Crocs, who dis?
Yeah, get you guys.
Does anyone know about these?
Get the Adidas clogs.
Crocs.
Trust me. Look it up. No, they're called Adidas clogs.
Oh, for I guess
So
legal
comfortable.
reasons.
Love Adidas. Love Adidas. Who loves Adidas?
I mean, I'm a Nike guy, but Adidas is cool. I like the Crocs. They're sweet. They're clogs or whatever you want to call them.
Super easy to just slip on and slip off, and
They're essentially clothes sandals.
nice.
It's a sandal.
Nice.
It's a sandal.
Word.
I've had sandals.
Okay. Stop wearing socks with your sandals, but that's a whole different
I
show.
also wear socks with the Crocs.
That's a whole different
Socks
show.
with the
We've
Crocs.
discussed this before.
Socks with the Crocs. Get smacked
What
with
do
the
we
sock.
What do we watch together?
I thought we just said Locked Up Abroad.
No, that too, but
Oh.
The Many Saints of Newark.
The Baby Tony Soprano.
Yes, Many Saints of Newark. It's on HBO. It's the Sopranos prequel. It was good.
Sopranos.
It was good, and I'm losing my shit because I'm thinking there's going to be more. First of all, I thought it was going to be a TV series. No, it's a movie. It's a long movie.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty long. No, but it was good. It went by really fast. I was like, oh, interesting. I loved how they developed the story. It was great.
It's alright.
It was great. It was great because I feel like there's going to be more. So
I don't think there was going to be, though. That was it.
Why does every, timepiece, any movie that's, back in the day or something, they're all wearing, white tank tops? The men are always wearing it. There's always a scene with the dude wearing a white tank top.
It's a traditional undershirt.
Got you.
Kind of like a wife beater.
Can I tell you what I'm looking forward to?
Yeah.
Because we're running out of time for this segment.
What you got?
I am looking forward to, you guys, you Game of Thrones fans. Do you know that they're coming out with a prequel to Game of Thrones?
It's coming out 2022. That new.
2022, really?
That's what it said.
Oh my God. House of Dragon.
Dragon.
House of Dragon. Hold on. House of Dragon, you guys.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna lose it. It's gonna be so good.
I haven't seen the preview. Do they show a preview?
I saw a preview.
Or it's just like a picture?
So good.
Nice.
So good. You guys.
Well, I watched all of Game of Thrones during the quarantine of last year.
Yeah, the furlough. He watched it for the first time.
I had a straight month of
binged
episodes. It was pretty intense.
Binged it, bro.
Binged it, bro.
Binged it.
I be binging.
All right. And then I'm looking forward to on Netflix, you guys, on October 22nd.
22nd.
The first, I don't think it's the first Black Western, but it is a Black Western movie called The Harder They Fall, starring Idris Elba and Regina King. I love Regina King.
Regina King from Steve Harvey's show, The Principal.
No.
Regina.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's her.
That was her character name, no?
I want to say that as well.
Yeah, no, the real actress Regina King.
I don't know who she is.
She was in Enemy of the State with Will Smith in it. She was the wife.
I remember Will Smith.
I remember particular scenes from that movie with her in it. You know what I'm saying?
What?
All right, you guys.
Excuse me?
This Monday, if you're in the Atlanta area,
Atlanta.
I'm going to be at the open mic performing with some funny people at the Laughing Skull Comedy Lounge.
Hey.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets today.
Get your tickets. The link is in my bio. Get your tickets if you're in the Atlanta area. Come. It's in the Vortex, and you can actually eat afterwards or before. It's going to be a really great time this Monday. Show starts at 8 o'clock. But you get all the details.
And you're performing?
Yes, I'm performing.
That's the whole point of it,
Yeah,
right?
I can't wait. I love making people laugh. It gives me true joy.
Hell yeah. I'll be there if you want to meet me.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
At the Vortex. If you want to buy me a burger, that's cool.
Cool.
Hell, buy me a beer.
Oh, you know what else is cool?
What's that?
Our guest.
Nice.
Segue.
That's a good one.
We have
What you got?
the comedian, Becca Ward, and we're going to bring her on.
Bring her on.
Yes.
Bring her out.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi. Come on. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Hey.
All right.
She was voguing. You almost dropped, didn't you? I knew it.
I can see
What
it.
up?
What
You
up?
What's up? Well, welcome to the show.
Thank
Say
you.
hello to everybody. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I will also introduce baby girl because she is being very friendly.
Oh, we love,
yeah.
we
Hey,
love
little baby
dogs.
girl.
She's
love
very
big girl.
clingy. I'm pet sitting for a couple months, and my
Nice.
buddy is on MasterChef All Stars. That's the joy of living in LA. Is all your friends do cool stuff, and you take care of their awesome dogs.
Aw, that's really
Yeah.
great that you're trustworthy. That someone trusts you to take care of their valuable
Family.
baby.
Take care of their family.
Baby.
I am
That's
a
pretty
dog.
cool.
That is my spirit animal, like for sure. It's not like bitches. Am I right? You know, it's like we both, or like the fact we both love like balls in our mouths. Like more so, just like very friendly, very food driven, play driven.
I might be my spirit animal might be a dog too. Then sheesh.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So I'm Becca Ward.
Probably.
My name is Becca Ward. I'm a comedian in Los Angeles, living in Hollywood. Hollyweird. Actor, sketch, comic,
Woo.
and booker of comedy shows, producer of comedy shows on Twitch, in real life now.
Are you
but
writing
still
this
doing
down?
Oh,
outdoor
I'm recording
stuff.
all of that.
Better write this
lots
all
of good
down.
stuff.
Well, welcome to the show. So the first
Thanks.
question we always ask our guests is, where are you from?
I am from a little town called Darksville, West Virginia. I lived there till I was maybe 13. A tornado hit. We were 31 houses, and then after the tornado, 28 of them were condemned, except for our house, one of three.
Wow.
But there was nothing left except like a Piggly Wiggly, like Miss Bobby's, trailer bar and like a strip club. So
Bar's still here.
All you need is a Piggly Wiggly and a bar.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Exactly.
Why are you
That's
moving
the
out of
only-
here?
So then I went to DC and I was there for a bit, loved it, got some culture, and then went to San Francisco for a while and let the freak flag fly and love myself a little more to prepare me for Los Angeles, the land of
It was the
cynicism.
boot camp. San Francisco
For
was
real.
the boot camp.
Like, you will love yourself. We will not like you unless you are completely yourself. And I'm like,
man.
finally.
God, your background is like, all I can think about is how great the weather is in California. Because people think it's just hot there. The air is cold and dry.
Yeah.
And it's like the sun is beaming. It's like perfect weather.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great day.
Fantastic.
It's actually kind of cold for me. It's like 70. Like 68, 70.
Freezing.
I'm wearing 2 sweaters. I know. I'm so lame, dude. I am completely cold, untrained.
No. When I lived in California, my mom visited me. And she's like from New York. And she's like, yo, why is it so cold here? I was like, Mom, what'd you think it was? This is not Hawaii. What'd you think it was going to be? Oh, my God. So how did you get started in comedy?
Oh, man. So the first time I remember really getting that verbal affirmation of, ooh, you're a funny little girl was...
You're funny for a chick.
Yeah. Wow, you're actually really
you.
funny. It's actually...
Like, you're really funny.
not a compliment. Yeah.
Thank you.
So in elementary school at church camp, I went up in the talent show and I did jokes for Jesus. And yeah, right. Our God is an awesome God. Yeah.
Nice.
So
on heaven.
we're like, yes, Jesus loves me.
Oh my! Do we go to the same church? Becca, is that
Quite
you?
possibly. Yeah, right. Everybody knows everybody from church, except for me, because all old people look the same. I'm sorry. I'm ageist.
Too funny.
But yeah, so I went to church camp and I told jokes for Jesus and I won the Christ-like award. at the end of camp for telling
Everyone
jokes
else
of Jesus.
repent if you didn't win the award.
Sit on your hands, no Twizzlers.
You're not Christ-like. The rest of you are not.
Yeah. Fuck
Becca
up. Take
is.
a lap. Yeah. Figure it out.
That's too funny.
Yeah,
so
but
then you were like, "Oh, I'm funny." Okay.
Well, but also, you know, I grew up with 7 siblings. We didn't watch TV. We didn't have internet. We were in the middle of nowhere. So you only have your imagination to sustain you, basically. And so I am just so weird. I've spent so much of my life just thinking about anything and everything that there is to think about that I'm honestly very hard to please comedically because I'm like, try me. Like, if it's something I haven't thought of before, I will laugh, but good luck, you know.
Challenge
but then,
accepted.
Yeah, right.
When
oh,
I see
you guys
next
are
month.
awesome. I was like, a kimchi song. This is great. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I've never heard this.
Oh, wait. Sample song.
Hold on. We got to back up, though. You are one of 7 kids or one of 8 kids?
One of 8 kids. 4 boys, 4 girls. And the 3 middle kids, middlest of children, are all comedians, which should tell you something.
Oh, wow.
They were fighting for. And you're a
Needing to
middle
be
kid?
heard.
You're a middle kid?
Mm-hmm.
That's that sweet spot. You can't really get in trouble for being the oldest one, and you don't really get away with everything because you're the youngest one because they don't even pay attention to you. 8 kids, my goodness. Did your parents show you guys affection like by the day? It was like the 8th one.
Yeah, it's like an I love you from a distance kind of situation.
You're Tuesday.
You know? Like, get in line, yeah. Or like, it's not Christmas till somebody cries, you know.
Oh my God. Are you Catholic? Why did your parents have so many kids?
They were like, oh, you know, all the happy accidents. We were like, all right, once is an accident, twice it's like, seriously? Like 3 plus is like, y'all just being reckless.
This is a felony at this point.
Yes.
Go to sleep,
reckless
somebody.
endangerment. Like,
who's tired?
Oh my gosh. So you went to church camp and you won the award and you're like, you know what? I really like comedy.
I think we grew up in such a funny way. You know, we didn't know any other way other than how we grew up. So to us, it's perfectly normal, but we were raised by like Coors Light, Misty Menthol Light 120s and like a water hose. You know, like so that shit's funny. Nice. Ultimately, like when your mom calls you at like 3 a.m. your time, which is 6 a.m. her time, and it's like, they're saying I strangled her, but I didn't. I was stabilizing her neck so I could rip her fucking mouth off. You know, like those kind of, like, you can't write that. You know, you're like, you have to repurpose this, like, potential pain of what the hell is going on.
You had the character building childhood.
Oh yeah. You gotta you gotta wear neon in the backyard or else you might get shot during hunting season.
By mistake. Oops. Okay, we have 7 other ones. We got 7 more. Oh man. So then when was the first time that you got up on stage?
I want to say it was at a different church camp. I went up and I shoved my best friend at the time. We wore my grandmother's clothes and we put all these bras in the boob part, or all these socks, in the bra part. And we sang Bosom Buddies from Mame. It's like, who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you just how rotten you are. Yeah. We're like, sit down and tell you. Just moving our shoulders because we got nothing going on. Like, it was just... Oh, I'll show you. My grandma was like obsessed with like Monty Python, like old school British comedy, like Vicar of Dibley and Fawlty Towers. And so I grew up with a lot of that, like Elizabeth Taylor, like very funny, like Eddie Izzard, a lot of character-based comics. So that's how and I've moved all over. I've lived all over. I've been a lot of funny places. It's like, and I'm a yes person. So I collect these characters and I just like, and it has landed me in some weird places, but
I love it. You were doing a church tour. That's what it was. You know what?
Well, now
Becca's
I tell
hilarious.
like
You might
bad
wanna
like
book
Jesus.
her.
My Jesus jokes now would not fly in the Midwest because I'm like, well, you know, if Jesus got to come again, maybe I will live in his image. But I'm like,
Yeah, right. Maybe maybe like 9 years ago would have flown, but not today, not anymore. Darn it. So what would you say is your style of comedy?
I try to write a joke for everybody in the room. That's
Okay.
mostly it. You write it for the smartest person in the room who's gonna get 5 layers, 10 layers of the joke, right? And then maybe do an impression of a unicorn butt. Like
Sneak that in there.
yeah, that's
Keep
kind of
it,
my
you
go-to.
know.
Like this room's dead. I gotta go to
The
desperate
unicorn.
measures. Yeah, but I
That's
do a
too
lot
funny.
of like storytelling, and I talk a lot about myself and my family, and I do like a lot of observational and like character work. But I do like
Yes.
the observational stuff, because life is hilarious, and it's
It
all
is.
about reframing the narrative to make it hilarious so we can survive this shit. Like
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
Yes.
it's a
Seriously.
mind, like
Yes.
it's a mentality. It's like total mindset. And
I feel
so
like
yeah. So I do a series called like questionable questions, and it's just things that kind of like I notice that eat at me, like who came up with like no skin off my back, like like that's pre Dr. Pimple Popper, like
Oh my
it's like
gosh,
maybe
that's
like a
hilarious.
Dahmerism, like I like
Who
those
came
kinds
up
of
with
things.
this?
Yeah, like or
Right.
like
Right.
what's the deal with fake titties, like it's like the froyo of ice cream. Like everything is like it'll do the trick, but like the texture is just
So
off.
can I tell you,
It's a bit off. It's a bit off.
back in back in New York when I used to be a club rat, we would go to
Yeah.
like strip clubs during the weekday because the club parties were on the weekends or whatever, but the strip club was open all the time. So I would go with some friends or whatever, and me and my girlfriend were in the bathroom one time, and a stripper came in, and she was like, I was like, oh my god, we were both like, damn girl, your boobs are gorgeous, and she grabs her outfit, exposes her boob, and she's like, "You want to touch it?" And we were both
That
like
happens.
in
Yes.
the bathroom. We're like, I was like, "Wow, she did. This doctor did a really great job." The stripper's like, "Right." I
Dude.
tipped her. I gave her a tip. That was great.
So I do a lot of booking, right, for different
Uh-huh.
places around town.
Uh-huh.
And so I went to this strip club up the street. Sometimes I just pop over there to grab like a drink with some friends so that I don't
Uh-huh.
want other people to see me around,
Uh-huh.
because I'm like, no one's coming here, like, especially not to see me. So, and like, if they do see me there, it's like, oh, but I see you too, like,
Right?
so I go over there and I'm in the bathroom talking to a girl. She's like, my name's Lola. I'm like, I know your necklace.
Says Lola.
Of course.
What's your real name?
Yeah, right.
It ain't
And,
Diamond.
yeah.
Oh my
Risque.
god.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
So I'm in there talking to her, and she's just sweet as pie, She's like, they all are, like,
They're people.
yeah, oh yeah.
Just like
So
you and
then
me.
she was saying that, or I was saying, oh, it's funny, it's a 2-drink minimum here because the places I work at usually are also 2-drink minimum,
Right?
but like I work at a comedy clubs, and I'm actually a 2-drink maximum, like.
Nice.
And and she was like, "Oh, I gotta introduce you to Naomi."
Naomi.
Naomi.
One word, one name.
Also,
Great name.
yeah, Madonna.
Yeah, no last name.
Prince. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Who's a comedian, and she's a dancer here. So like wherever I go, I can't stop. Like I'm always in the world. I'm always in the scene. I'm always like working.
Right.
But it's just some people, it's just true and blue who you are. It's just how you function. And it's bizarre. And I wish that I was a more multifaceted person, because the only thing that could, well, the only things in my brain are like song lyrics and comedy. Like, and song lyrics are so useless. It's so annoying. Why do I know the words to every song that I've ever heard ever? It sucks. But I
That's
can't remember like anything. Well, it doesn't do anything unless I get it on a game show or some shit.
There you
I should get
go.
on a game show.
You gotta play Shazam.
Yes.
Shazam with Jamie Foxx.
Shazam. That would be a great show for you to be on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And so then what do you love about comedy?
So Hannah this is great. What a wonderful question. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
There's a comedian from Tasmania. I don't know if you know her, Hannah Gadsby.
Any relation to Gatsby? I don't. Oh, maybe if I look her up and I see her face, because I'm much better with faces than names.
So she had a special out on Netflix called Nanette, and if you haven't seen it, you just have to. I mean, it shook my whole comedic world because I play this naive character. Oh, it's cool that my uncle bought me this miniskirt. Like, and it's like I do want to talk about stuff like how there's a lot of mental health issues in my family, how a lot of stuff in West Virginia gets super swept under the rug, how a lot of these like Christian academies and Catholic schools and all these places that I went to growing up were actually like kind of a mind fuck, that I had to work myself out of, like a lot of shame. And so I want to talk about all these things, but it was always landing on a punchline. So it was always just making it a joke and perpetuating the joke of it. Like like how everyone made fun of Monica Lewinsky for forever and a day, but nobody saw how taken advantage of that she was, and how she was a young woman just like in not in her power. That's for sure in comparison, you know, and she was just the butt of every joke. But no one would actually complete the story, you know,
or see her as a person. Actually, she was just a butt of a joke, like you said. Yeah,
and same with R. Kelly, you know, all the piss jokes. You know, it's just like it's funny to a degree, but Michael Jackson, it's like, but we're softening the blow when we don't need to. So Hannah Gadsby had a really cool. She said a handful of things that really, really stuck with me, one of which was, you know, we either unite over anger or over laughter. So I want to be on the right side of that, you know. That's one thing for sure. And then the other thing is I want to tell the whole story. And she said, she kept saying, I think I have to quit comedy. I think you have to quit comedy because I have to tell my whole truth. But you still can. You're just controlling the tension in the room. It's a control and a release, and it's probably the biggest life challenge you can have, just up there on your own to do that. But she navigated it. Her, Daniel Sloss is another. They tell very personal stories and anecdotes that are like just gripping your heartstrings, but they're so in control of the tension in the room that when they provide, she even says, when I provide you this release, you're like, oh, you're welcome. But like, I put you there, you know? But it's like, you're taking people on this journey of truly feeling things and letting them know it's okay and you're safe here and we can open this conversation. And also, this is probably a bit more shallow. I want people to understand how okay it is to be so weird in yourself, to totally love yourself in every way and know, end of the day, somebody will still want to fuck you. And that's kind of the end goal, right? Like, it's like we're all here to mate, to procreate, to do whatever. We're all birds of paradise, going to the club, like flocking around, doing whatever, going to the alley, building yourself a little thing, you know, so you can get it on, whatever. That's the end goal.
Feathers.
Yeah, peacocking. But like, ultimately, like, why else do you care to look good or to be like beautiful, perceived as such? Like, it's only so somebody will, like, you know, maybe see you as attractive. But like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to like get in this mold. You're actually not going to be happy or successful in any regard if you're not yourself.
It's
so people need permission. So you invite them in, and you're like, "Look, I'm weird, and and you still think that I am affable and fine, and you may think that since I make hot brother jokes, then I'm a little weird. But I accept
Can I
that.
tell you about my hot brother?
Or my
Whoa,
like
yes.
less hot
Yes,
but
you
still
can.
doable brother. I just throw in the like people like the West Virginia crap. I don't know, like that kind of crap. It's probably the same reason why people watch like so much step porn, which I still don't fucking understand at all.
Oh
That's
my
like a
God.
Nobody
wild.
understands it. They just won't stop.
Oh
Don't
my
understand.
God.
But I'm your
It's a
brother.
phenomenon.
Here's the thing. Like, I think it was in junior high school. I was like, you know, like how you do your own like personal disclaimers? Like you'll do something or say something and be like, oh, I'm sorry, that was so weird, right? Or like, oh, you know, like you'll say. So I said that to someone one time and she like just changed my world of thinking because I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so weird, right? Because I was so out there. And she was like, you know, I rather talk to or be with someone weird than normal. Normal's boring. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? So like people like you who have this like, you know, well, actually I think a lot of people had this upbringing with no iPad or iPhones and we kind of had to use our imaginations, and in your case you had a lot of siblings and you had a whole cast that you could
Hey.
direct. It's good? He's
Sorry.
good?
It was
No, it's okay. You let me know and then we can.
We're
Our
good. We're
dog's
good.
doing the
Okay.
same thing.
Yeah,
You
we're
know,
good.
you use your imagination and everything like that. It's so crazy. And people don't realize that comics, when they get on stage, the vulnerability that's up on that stage, like you're laughing at their jokes, but there's something there that will really heal you, and just it's fantastic. People need to go to comedy shows more. Like more.
I totally agree. And it's so undervalued when you can have everyone's attention at the flick of an eyebrow. All these micro expressions, you have people to that degree listening to you, you have power. You know, like
Yes.
that's crazy. But we don't pay them. And we don't. And everyone says, like, oh, it's like that's the hardest area, the hardest avenue of the performing arts because it's just you alone by yourself.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, this squirrel is taunting the dog. Are you kidding me right now?
It's flicking its tail like, yeah,
Yeah,
I know you do.
they're having a stare down. Like what?
The dog is like,
Come here.
I will eat
Baby
you.
girl. Yeah. Oh, she will. She will eat her.
Or it could be the dog hearing Angela's
too
bird
funny.
laugh.
I love when I'm up on stage, I love mind fucking people. Because it's like they think that you're gonna go this one direction and I go somewhere else, and they're like, what the hell just happened? And they have no choice but to laugh because it doesn't make sense, you know? So they're like, what the hell just
Classic
happened?
misdirection. Exactly.
Oh
Like
man, I love it. It's my favorite part.
Well, and that's the thing is people do want to hear things that they haven't heard before. They need to get broken out of the monotony of in their minds.
Right.
But the thing is, like, we get so wrapped up in everybody thinks like me. I'm just like everyone else. And you have to be reminded, like, oh no, honey, you are not. Like the world is full of non-traditional thinkers. You know, you just have to like get yourself out there and be open to new perspectives.
Right.
And I mean, there are jokes that I heard probably 10 years ago that I still remember, you know, things that have like, have had major impact on like oh man. But
you know what's still funny? Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker. That shit. Because that was like during the whole Monica Lewinsky era and everything like that. And to this day, when I still rewatch it, it is hilarious to me. It's freaking hilarious, you know, all the things he says. But okay, so what was the craziest thing that's ever happened while you're on stage, or funniest thing? I mean, don't want to be crazy.
Probably one of the craziest things was the power went out.
How?
While I was
oh my gosh.
Like, yeah, it was an outdoor show. And it was my first time headlining.
Oh, that's great. That's what you want.
Awesome.
First time headlining.
My entire set was based off of like my facial expressions, basically, like where I was like, I would say something like crazy that my mom said, and then I'd like do all these like funny, weird, cool like, character faces, and nobody could see me, so it just sounded like I was like calling off different horrible racist things that my mother had said.
Oh my
god. It was horrible.
The blind person in the crowd, like, shit, I don't get it.
Didn't quite work
man.
out.
But I
Oh
should have just changed the
man.
set. But I was so new and I was so nervous, and I just was like, this
Right.
is what I have prepared for 10
Oh.
minutes. Like, I just got to go with it. And it just, nope, should have changed it. Should have gone up there and done anything else. Doesn't matter. I could have made fart noises with different parts of my body. Like, it would have
Oh,
gone way
that's
better.
too
Oh,
At least they
funny.
could hear that,
But right now you're part of a sketch group, right? Wait, is it a sketch
oh,
group?
yes.
Future is female comedy. Can you tell us more about
Oh,
Future is female comedy?
so Future is Female, super great, run by
Uh-huh.
this amazing, awesome goddess of a woman named Mistress K. She's the
Woo.
dominatrix of comedy.
Wait a second. Are we?
She
Uh-huh.
literally punches people in the nuts by request. I
Okay.
heard that in her set last night. I was like, this is great.
Is she
This gives
joking?
blue balls a whole. No, she's not joking. She's not even joking. That's the best part. Oh, man. She's
One
fabulous.
dude's like, she's not joking, right? Because I want to talk to her after the show.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Like,
would work for her. Kick me in the
FIF
balls.
comedy.
What's her name?
Yeah,
What's
plead the fifth. Yeah, Mistress K.
Uh-huh.
So I've been I'm about to join on in some capacity, unknown kind of yet, but be prepared for an announcement soon.
Ooh, involved
Really
in that
excited.
show.
Yeah, involved in producing shows with her and helping her out because she's an amazing force. Future is Female, just really supporting women in comedy and meaning it and giving women who are less than 20% of headlining comics in
Really?
our
It's
country.
that low?
It's bad. Yeah. So really
Why
giving
did
them a
I
chance
think
to
there was
headline.
more? Oh my gosh. That is
It's
low.
brutal.
Oh
So
man.
that's really important to me and has always been really important to me.
And you
For
guys,
people to feel safe, mostly, because I
right?
know in my own journey I have been avoidant of certain places. I don't get to do the same things that my male friends get to do because I don't feel safe. So I want to just pay it forward in the ways that I can. And that's truly like as comics, we have all this imposter syndrome. But when
Right.
you do something that you're setting the next gen at least up for success, you're like, okay, I've done something. Like, I've tried. Like maybe
Right.
I'll
Right,
make
right.
it a little better, easier for somebody else. And
Wow.
so I'm super about that. Future is Female Comedy, FIF, on Facebook, Instagram.
I'm gonna
Wanna
put all
check
the
her out.
information right her.
Do it.
And
Check it
yeah,
out.
and in the same vein, I do a sketch comedy group called Hot and Funny Comedy.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's
Hot and
all
funny.
women, and we're all
Nice.
writers, producers, directors, actors, and we're on
Nice.
YouTube, and we just want to play, and I'll dress as a dude. We've got one about Zoom, like parents on Zoom, where we're like, all right, we need someone flat chested to play the dad. And then
Becca?
all eyes just like,
It's like, wait a second. My nipples are
Like-
huge. Don't.
thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Don't. Come on. You never say anything to Sally. Sally's a double D bitch. Like, Becca, get that mustache and get to
Yeah,
work.
exactly. I'm like crying, like sharpening on a mustache.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so how do people I love your snorts, by the way. They're sexy. I'll do that too, and then Mike will ask me, like, he'll be like, "Did you just snort?" And I'm like, "And shit, you locked
You
this
know,
in.
When I was serving
Snort for life."
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
mine
serving
snort.
at a comedy club, and when I would snort and laugh, I swear to you, it like made me more human to people, or pig-like. I don't know, or remind them of bacon, and then and they tip me so much more. It's funny.
They're
It
like, "Hey,
worked.
snort girl, come over here."
Yeah, they're like, oh, she's having
Didn't
a great
tip you enough.
time. Yeah.
Yo, I don't know why people say women aren't funny, because women crack me up. I grew up in
Who
Korea.
said that?
I have like, there's this, the stereotype, oh, women aren't funny, women aren't funny. I have like 7 aunts, okay? They crack me up all the time. Maybe unintentionally, because the way they live their lives, but it's hilarious. So, okay, so when you do acting though, right? So then you actually do acting, what type of method do you use? Have you been to acting classes, or you just like dig it up from inside? when you have to
So,
do rolls?
like, I don't, at the risk of sounding like ultra hippie,
Ooh, I love it.
like,
Bring it, Becca. I want it.
like the empathy that skipped like the 5 women in my family before me, like all collected inside of me.
That trickle down, downstream.
And
Got
I'm
you.
like the most sensitive soul to where it's like I cry watching America's Got Talent because I'm like, oh my gosh, someone is getting to live their dreams for 5 minutes, and I'm so emotional by it because I'm so proud. Like I'm so like honored that they got to experience this. Like, and I'm like so grateful. I just have tears just like streaming down my face, like because it's just so meaningful. You feel it for them, and it's so visceral, even in my body. Like one time I was cutting a Thanksgiving turkey, and then I was listening to this song, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm crying. This is so weird. Yeah.
Like,
I was like, what's happening? And then I looked down, and the song that was playing was called Sad Song. And I was like, oh.
It's okay, baby girl.
Like,
I'm just for everybody.
I'm just a feeler, you know?
Science.
And, like, and it's like, and so I guess that's Stanislavski, you know, just kind of like getting into the zone of like trying to feel how they feel and living how they live. But it's like, I wish I could almost help it. Pot helps it, you know. Probably like Prozac would help it. Like,
all right, let me do that line again.
Yeah,
line again. I think I got it.
You're in the right state.
Just to help me at least, yeah, right. Just to help me at least like sleep better, because I just am thinking, I have a hard time not, kind of being overstimulated by the world, by emotions, by everything.
But I think also that's like a gift and a curse because, like you said, you're very imaginative and like people like you, like when you see something, it's not just one thing. You see a fire hydrant, you're not just saying, oh, I see a fire hydrant. You're seeing a dog piss on it, somebody running after the
and then
dog.
a girl
and
going and taking a selfie with it, like
right next
like,
to the dog that's shitting next to the hydrant. Like that's what you see, not just a
Save
fire hydrant.
somebody's life as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got all serious, Mike?
That's the real. Come on now.
Oh my goodness. So then, would you like to do any serious acting roles?
You know,
What's your thing?
I get cast in as like meth heads, ex-meth heads, because I have a okay. Let me preface with I have a hyperthyroid, like I have Graves' disease, so I have really soft teeth, so I still have a lot of teeth to get fixed, but I also am like weirdly skinny for no reason.
She's slim, making the meth head.
Really? They're like heroin chic. Get in here. Like, like I'm like the millennial like Tara Reid, you know.
They're like going down the line. You fit the character.
That
no,
or
don't
like
read. Don't read. We don't need you to read. Just get in there.
Gotcha.
Or it's like Law and Order prostitutes, that type of role because of my legs, because I'm 5'9" and I'm mostly legs. And
so jealous.
The cinematographers just like fucked up the optics on girls with long legs forever and a day, because I see why, like the DP looks and they see, oh, that looks great on camera. These long, slim legs, like hanging outside of a car. Okay, but then you get people like me in real life. People see those legs and they're like, I go to Vegas, you know, and they're like, oh, are you working? And I'm like, no, I'm on vacation.
Do you take Venmo?
Like, oh,
what? Venmo?
No. Surprised.
I'm with my family. This is my family. Wow.
My mom and dad and my 7 siblings.
Yeah.
Oh, literally having
this
dinner.
This is not like
right
my
now,
pimp and my entourage. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense that they will want long legs. Like someone like me with thick, short legs, they would be like, yeah, she can't play a heroin prostitute. She looks like she eats too well. Like they're like, nope.
Get those drumsticks.
Get Becca on the phone. We need Becca. See if she's still.
We need some emaciated. Yeah.
See if she's still in shape.
Yeah. That's what's so funny to me is like here, like this is normal. Everywhere else in my life, I have been made fun of for being this thin. People like I remember people would say they'd be like, people, my grandpa, he would be like,
People. Singular.
he'd be like, would you wear shoes if you didn't have feet? I'd be like, nah. And he'd like, then why do you wear a bra?
Oh, damn. Come on, Gramps. It's my prom.
Grandpa, I feel
It's my
uncomfortable.
prom.
Come on, I'm about to leave. I'm literally on my way out.
A girl can dream, can't she? Damn it!
She sure can.
Oh, my
Don't get pregnant.
Well, growing up, or even now, do you have any comedians that you look up to?
Oh, yeah. I loved Carol Burnett.
I loved Carol Burnett because she did.
What? Absurd, trendsetter, like sketch. She could do anything and everything. She could act. She could be serious.
Sing, dance.
She could sing. She just was a brilliant, sharp mind, or is. She is. She's alive. She's alive. Nobody panic.
Alive and well.
This is not breaking news. Yeah.
Oh, damn it, TMZ.
You did not hear it here first.
Yeah, no, and she had her own show, and oh my God.
That's what I want. That's what I want. I want to go and play with all my friends and just have a good time and be absurd and not have all of this necessarily like condescending comedy, which we've fallen into, a lot of angry, condescending comedy. And it's funny, but it served its purpose. And now we could use some more like uplifting, shake you out of your way kind of comedy. Like, I think we're ready for it, Yeah. So I love her. Yeah. And I love Richard Pryor.
Because love Richard Pryor.
He could just be, he could be so heartbreaking.
Oh yes.
Oh gosh, and it just, it was that tension. Right before we even knew kind of like what we were doing, it was just who he was. It was just like one of those people like Robin Williams, who I share a birthday with. Funnily enough, yeah.
Okay,
it's like they live it, they breathe it. It's their whole life. They've repurposed pain their whole lives to benefit others and try to make sense of it themselves. And I try to live that way, and it's I still, like I said, I know I'm easily overwhelmed. I am a beleaguered human, but and it's a lot of this town. There's always noise pollution. There's always different smells and sounds and things going on. It's just nuts. But like just doing a little bit of self-care, like taking the time, really loving like my alone time, and taking care of myself, and like I can go out and do all of the things. I can do it, but it's a lot different than sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm losing battery. That's right. It's just it's a lot different than it was when it was just like.
I could totally see a whole show about you though, like the small town girl that comes to LA to be a comic, and you would think that's like no, but then like sensory overload. And do you ever think about writing?
I do. I write sketches a lot. Right. And it's funny. I wrote a play for my college when I was a senior in college, and I thought it was funny. And it was about my childhood.
I thought it was funny.
It was about growing up in West Virginia, and it was called Mama's Demons, and I'm like, probably not as funny as I thought. Okay.
Here's my comic play called Mama's Demons. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Lighthearted comedy.
It's very light.
Oh my God. So, I mean, half the audience was just like in tears, and it was beautiful to make people feel so deeply. I am grateful for that power. My words are very powerful, and I've been hyper aware of that for like probably at least like 10 years now. I've known how when I speak that people listen, and it is something that I have to be careful with, of sorts,
Right.
So, but the whole point of that, I totally just lost. Oh yeah, Mama's Demons. No, it was a 10-minute play, and shook people. My whole family sitting around me, they're just like, it's just tears, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, but maybe I'll have something more to say. It's okay it can be layered. Like, but
Sure.
maybe just add a couple more
Cry
punchlines.
and laugh. Yeah, like this is
I don't
supposed to
know.
make you guys laugh. Why is
It's like
everybody hugging me?
they go, oh, and there was a slapstick play, and everyone was like, "That was the one you wrote, right?" And I was like, "No, I wrote the." They're like,
The drama.
the sad one.
That's hilarious.
But I would
asked,
love to put that in Fringe here, up in the Fringe Festival out here. I just
Mhm.
want like it. I'm not totally sold on comedy being the only tried and true way to like to tell for storytelling, but it's like almost the most digestible way for people to hear your
Yes.
stories.
Because you're kind of, to be honest, comedy has a huge role of sugarcoating trauma. And we all have to, deal with trauma a different way. But it's just laughter has such a huge purpose in getting people to deal with things. And we all as a human race can laugh about things. And, it's just great. Gotta love comedy.
Well, they said most of them are just sad people, depressed people that go to comedy to release that tension.
Well,
It's like
comedy is tragedy plus time.
it's almost therapeutic,
Tragedy plus
therapeutic in a
time.
way.
That's what it is. You have 2 shows coming up, Becca. You have a show at the Hollywood Comedy this Sunday?
Sunday.
This Sunday
At 10 p.m.
Hollywood
Wait,
Comedy.
is that right?
10 p.m. Yeah, 10 p.m. Yeah.
9 p.m. I think it's at 10 p.m. 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
He does THC.
Wait,
and
who has THC? You went out
really
for a second, and all I heard was he does THC, and I'm like, wait, what?
What? What's going
Hold on a second. Are we getting someone in trouble? Too funny.
It's the name of the show. The name of the show is Casey does THC because it's
Okay.
Hollywood comedy.
Nice.
Got you.
So yeah,
And then you have
$5 tickets, so it's nothing. It's great.
guys go out. I'm gonna put all the
Do it.
information right here.
Go on and go.
For show. And then show on Tuesday at the Haha Cafe.
There's Taco Tuesday at the Haha Cafe.
And you could get some food.
Yeah.
You see what I did there?
Which is not really nice. So
it's outdoors?
Mhm.
I love that. I kind of like outdoor comedy. Because it's refreshing.
I forgot there's another one too.
Ooh, which one? Let me write it down.
It's what's today? Thursday.
The 7th.
So tomorrow night in San Clemente, I don't really know where that is yet, but I'll probably Google Maps it after this. In San Clemente at Knuckleheads Bar and Grill, Future Nail has a show, and I will do a guest spot. Thank you, Mistress K.
Nice.
And that is Knuckleheads. I want to say it's at 8 p.m. I'm going to have to send that to you, too. I'm the worst.
Yeah. No.
Oh, wait. I've got it written in my planner. Oh, my planner.
Nice.
In the no service zone. So I'll just send it over to you in a minute.
And you can go to her profile. Everyone go follow Instagram.
Follow.
And you have it all posted. I love to repost the things you post of shows that you have.
You guys are. It's really freaking awesome, man. Like, yeah, of just extra love, like out in the world. People who just are encouraging you to do well from afar, and like, just what a beautiful life gift.
Aww, we only do it for the people we like. No, I'm just kidding.
That's it. So it's a good thing you're on the show.
No, it's like, okay, so this whole thing that's going around, well, I mean, it's not new, but I keep seeing people on TikTok going, other people, they don't want you to be more successful than them. So they'll, and I'm like, I've never been that way. I've always wanted all of my friends to be super successful, even if it's more than me. I don't care. I'd rather them be successful because it's kind of like treat others the way you want to be treated. And if I'm supporting you, you support me, we all support together. Why would you not want that? I don't get it. I don't get people who don't like who would have that type of mentality, like don't do better than me. What?
Well,
What are you, gatekeeping life? What are you doing?
and even for myself, it's like even if I wanted to be jealous, ultimately what it comes down to is the people that you are choosing to surround yourself with, and the people that are in your circle. Like, if they're succeeding, that means you're in the right place.
Yes.
That means you're around people who, like, are moving up in life, and that means you're on the brink. But if you turn negative, right, you burn those bridges. Like, of course, it's not going to happen for you. You have to manifest that greatness, and I have a dream that we all come up together. I always dreamed that everybody I loved could kind of, and everybody that I saw just out there in the trenches working night after night, year after year, page after page on their craft. It's like, I want everybody to succeed, because also I know and I'm so confident I have treated most every single person in the industry with kindness, respect, gratitude.
Yeah.
And I've always stayed that way. And so, that will come back to me positively.
Yes.
So if they're succeeding and they remember that I'm actually a very nice person, a good person to work with, I'm reliable, all the things, prepared, funny.
Yeah.
Word.
And maybe they will remember me, but that's not why I do it. It's just
Becca. Becca, you are so special. Like, you're freaking awesome. Seriously.
Yeah.
I have one last question for you.
Good vibes.
Good
Good
vibes.
vibes.
Man, I can't wait to meet you next month. It's going to be
Kind
fantastic.
soul.
I'm going to plant the biggest kiss on you. All tongue. Okay, last question.
Sanitize.
Last question.
Sanitize.
What are your dreams and goals for your comedy?
Dreams and goals.
What's
No
so
question.
funny is everybody is telling me
Oh, wait.
that everybody's been telling me that I'm gonna have a club. That's kind of
have your own club.
When people tell me things enough times, I start to listen, because I'm like, maybe their perception is like more accurate than mine, if so very many people are seeing the same thing. But I would like to audition SNL at some point in my career.
Nice.
That would be dope.
Yes. You would be fantastic on SNL.
That would be dope.
You have the heroin chic look that can go on SNL.
I know. I could play all kinds of unfed characters.
Yeah. We need, for this skit, we need a meth head. Becca, go get Becca.
Dude, in the midst
Could you do any
epidemic crisis? Yeah, you probably need someone on staff like me.
Seriously, let's laugh about it. What were you gonna ask? What were you gonna say, Mike?
Could you do any presidents or something like that?
President? I can do Dexter from Dexter's Lab pretty well.
Let's do it.
Oh yes.
Let's hear it.
Let's end it on a bang.
Diddy, get out of my laboratory. Stupid. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage.
Nice. Well, you could do voice acting too. You could do voices for the cartoons. That'd be kind of cool.
I get Jenny Slate sometimes. Oh yeah, but ultimately, another cool thing that would be really, really dope would be just to make fun sketches with my friends all the time. I see that in my future, and just being able to play, just in our imaginations, and have people enjoy the absurdity of it. That would be a dream, right? But I'll
so
work whatever. I'll turn over Airbnbs. I'll clean. I don't give a shit. I'll do whatever. Just to be able to do what I feel like I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, and your family is supportive of it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's
so.
They may
that's
not.
Awesome.
We may not have much, but we have love and support.
We have a lot of free things. We have a lot of words.
Oh, we got a lot of manpower.
We have,
never need to build a house.
Yeah, if you ever need to
build a house.
Becca, thank you so much for being on the show. We really enjoyed it. I'm gonna put all the information over here for you. And oh man, I can't wait till we see you next week.
Yes, Korean barbecue.
No, next month. I'm sorry, next month, not
Next
next
month.
week. Next
Nice.
month.
Korean barbecue.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. We will see you next month.
I
Bye.
love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Come on.
I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I love kimchi. I
That
love
is
kimchi.
She was so great.
Good vibes.
I loved it. No, she has a look though. Like if you look at all the previous SNL people, they all have a look.
Yeah,
So,
she has.
and she has it.
She has that kind of vibe where she could play different characters.
Oh, I loved it.
Nice.
I loved it. I knew this was going to be a great
Good
interview.
energy. Good soul.
Yeah, for sure. And I
A
love that
sweet
she
soul.
grew up with so many experiences where you can, I swear the church will make you do things to, your creativity, get your creativity going and stuff.
I think it's cool that she has that many siblings. She can kind of pull from that for characters and writing.
Oh, for sure.
stuff
It was
like that.
probably never a quiet day in a house filled with 8 kids.
Nah, not at all.
Everyone, I will see you if you're in Atlanta. I'll see you on Monday at the Laughing Skull. The tickets are in my bio. And we will see you next Thursday.
Next week.
I love kimchi.
Bye, everyone.
Love kimchi.
Bye.